What's going on?
How about it, man?
Hey, how you doing? What's your name?
Tony.
Nice to meet you, Tony.
Likewise. Yours?
Welcome to Hailey. My name is Ali.
Ali. Likewise. Likewise.
You got the lovely bartenders behind the bar. Pushing the main bar. Who does say our most popular drink? Most people order.
They have bars here. I mean, mainly like lots of chickens or the real big most people come for the ambiance. Not the here. I would say Hennessy margaritas or he has a cucumber drink. God, it's dry. He makes his own cucumber juice. Oh my gosh, there's lots of vodka. It's cucumber and ginger. Very fresh, very tasty with a little bit of vodka. It gets you right and it gets you nice. I love that.
Then we're going to have to come in here and check that out. What makes you come into Hailey?
Oh, I'll be honest. The adult atmosphere. I like Mario, that's my buddy. One of my best friends since I've been here. I've been here for 2 months. But when I came here, I was looking for a spot to go to. I found a spot. And this is family right now. That's the biggest. We got Dana and we got all the three. The adult crowd is absolutely amazing.
So come in and get a drink. Ask Dana for the cucumber drink next time you come in here. And the playlist is off the chain. Like a dope playlist. You gotta have it.
No problem.
Who was your team, man?
I'm from Georgia, man.
He's a Parker fan. Forgive him.
He'll be alright. He'll be alright.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it would be my second team. When I'm just living around.
He'll be alright.
He said that he would be a Cowboy fan.
I'm a Cowboy fan. I am a Cowboy fan.
What's your fan?
Who is your biggest
I'm
rival?
a Cowboy fan.
You a Cowboy fan too?
Biggest rival
Who else a Cowboy fan here?
is North.
I'm a Patriot.
Oh,
I'm a Patriot.
it was nice meeting you.
Hey.
Edit him out.
Hey. It's alright.
You know.
Biggest rival. We had to get it balanced.
I had to make
Pay you.
it right.
So we enjoy each other.
You can thank Ed. Bounce. Thank you. Welcome back to another episode of After Five the Podcast. It's Ali and Laura Shu. Fable ain't with us today, man, but we're going to show love to our player out there in Florida. Today we are in the historic making with the wonderful owner of this establishment called Hailey's Lounge, named after his daughter, Mario Guzman Soriano. Thanks for having us on the podcast.
Man, it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure, man. Thank you. When I got that call, we got connected, man, it made my day. The first thing I did was, I was so happy. I called my wife, I called my daughter, I called my son, and they said, "That's what's up, Dad. That's what's up with Dad." I said, "I wish it was here to enjoy some of the fruits, but I'm here for them."
Oh yeah, bro. This is what we do, man. We gotta show love, man. Showing that Southern charm to you, bro. All the way out from California. So, let me go ahead and get this started. How did you get into this line of business, the cigar industry?
Man, I was young. My dad smoked cigars. And I'm like, and I, he kind of introduced me to it. And I'm like, man, one day I probably own my own cigar lounge and my own brand. And I saw my grandmother. She used to roll her own. She used to hide her leaves underneath the bed. And I'm like, I used to steal some of those. I didn't tell her not to go find out. My mom would find out. And me and my buddy, we used to go roll them. I said, man, this is what I'm gonna do. So, when we were young, when you're young, the money's not all there. So saved up a little bit, and my wife, and my daughter said it's about time they came and found this location. I appreciate them, and they said, we got to do it. I was already doing cigars. I was, because I had clientele, and met some people making, and I gave them my cigars. I was doing some little blend mixing and stuff, telling them to get the right blend. And they said, when you open your spot, you need to open one for making, and the making doesn't have one. And then this is the right spot. This is right there.
So you low key like a master roller in training from youth, man.
Youth, yes.
That's crazy, bro.
So Mario, I want to ask you, you looked around making and you found this spot. What makes this spot stand out?
This spot has a lot of history. It's Ingleside, Ingleside Village. and I didn't really know what was it stand for. Some of the customers had introduced me to it, but this area used to be Pleasant Hill, and it was in a primarily a black community, and it still is to a certain extent. But I wanted to bring that culture back, and I wanted to bring something back to the mature crowd, like you said, 26 and over. So I got radio announcement on 100.1, and they won't take no ad unless it's for the mature crowd.
Oh, that's important to point out there.
Yeah, for real.
Sorry for you young whippersnappers. Grown men to come here.
It's after 5 talk, man.
It is after 5.
After 5.
For sure. So I'm next to the humidor, man. I see you got a good selection. What's your selection process on all of these, man?
Well, I first got to, say, well, I'll bring mine on board and introduce mine, but I also want to introduce to different Dominican flavor cigars like Romeo and Juliet. Then I make this cat from Big Boy, Jay, and me and him hooked up. So I said, nah, man, his cigars from the Dominican Republic. You know what? And I smoked one. I was like, it lines up. It got a good hang time, a good smoke. I said, nah, I'm gonna carry yours. So he said, I'm gonna make your spot my only location in Macon. I said, that made me proud.
Man, that's hard, yo. Shout out to Jay Gilbert for that.
Jay Gilbert was in one of our last episodes.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all check that out, man. When y'all get a chance.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay Gilbert.
Yeah, we had a little, we had the Super Bowl. We came and set up for his wife, and we had a good turnout. And I appreciate his love, man. He has always reached out to me.
That's crazy. I be thinking sometimes with our type of crowds, the after 5 crowd, man, we always want to educate our people on just the lifestyle itself. So
Exactly.
that's probably the biggest thing. And then being out here making, we do want to bring more people together and also bring more people into here as well. So we appreciate that, bro.
So you mentioned that this is for 26 and older. So what type of atmosphere, what is the theme that someone 26 and older can expect when they come to your cigar lounge?
Well, they know it's a cigar lounge. So I first got to get to know, if they're novice or they just they really smoke cigars. Then I start them off. I got a few people that I start them off with cigars. When you want to start somebody who's a novice, and then what kind of drink do they drink? Do they drink cognac? Do they drink bourbon? Do they drink rum? So you want to make sure when you start them off, you have a good mixture, because you want to make sure when you open up their palates, it mixes right.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
important.
Would you say that this is a great place for, you had that stressful day at work, just come unwind?
Man, it is, because I tell you what, I was, last month and this month has been a lot of convention in Macon, and they've been coming. And they've been coming to say, no, man, we heard about your place in Atlanta, we heard your place in Miami, we heard your place in South Carolina. We wanted to come and see. And this, it's a mature crowd, and man, and I usually tell them and say, man, you want a single or double? Right away they say double. And so they want to relax.
Exactly.
They want to relax.
This is actually a great drink.
Yes.
Hey, man, this cigar is fire, by the way. I just want to let you know, I appreciate you for letting me try this cigar, bro, for real. So swinging off that last question, man, how important is it to have staff that's knowledgeable about this whole industry?
Man, yes, very important, because it's very hard to find that kind of staff, and I really haven't found that kind of staff, because if you haven't been smoking cigars, you really don't know. The staff, like my staff here, I would like to take them to the Dominican Republic and show them how a cigar is made and how the blend comes about. You have to start with, people look at the tree, look at the tree up from the ground up. You have to look at the root, so that's what you have to start on.
So you say you're the one that's kind of like the captain, man, leading your crowd, your shipmates to the glory land with this cigar business, bro.
Oh yeah, I want to do something different than anybody, because that's what gets you out there, because you have to be different.
Yeah, for sure. That makes a huge difference, bro.
So Mario, I'm smoking your personal blend of cigar, your personal cigar. Can you tell me a little bit about it? It's called a cognac.
It's called a DM Cognac Dark. That means it got a dark leaf, and it's not infused. You know, some people infuse their cigars, and so you'll have void in your cigar. This one is it's a solid leaf with cognac rolled into it, and it got different blend. So when you're smoking it, every time you smoke it, you still get the whole, yes.
Yeah, very
And
relaxing.
then you got a lot of smoke on it, you got a lot of hang time, and it lasts. If you want a cigar to last you between an hour and a half.
I've been on this one for a while.
Yeah.
It's a nice blend, and as y'all can see, I'm doing a little bit better than I was last episode with the cigar. This is a smooth blend. I really enjoyed it. What is your personal cigar that you like?
My personal cigar, you're seeing it right now. People don't call it double copa, but it looks like what do you call a barbershop?
It does.
But
Like
it's
a candy cane.
Yeah,
Like a dark
China
chocolate
cane.
candy cane.
But it has a little bit of natural flavor. It has a little bit of dark flavor in it. Got a little bit of peppery. Got a little bit of cinnamon in it. So it's good to be smoked. You can smoke this cigar with anything, with a bourbon, with a rum, with a cognac. But it brings all that aroma, and it has a little bit of bite to it. Yeah, you want that little bite to it.
That goes well with this Crown Royal as well.
Oh yeah.
So earlier you mentioned that it's important about the pairings, the types of drinks that go with the cigar, any types of food. Do you have any recommendations, like different pairing types?
What?
Just
This.
food, drinks, anything, bro.
Well, like a dark cigar, probably go good with a rum, like a spicy rum. And you have a kind of a natural medium cigar, you probably a good cognac or a good bourbon. You know, a good bourbon out there, people don't realize, and it's not out there, it's Uncle Nearest.
I've heard of that.
But,
I still haven't got it.
well, you have to know the story behind Uncle Nearest.
I heard a little bit of
There
that.
will be no Jack Daniel if it wasn't Uncle Nearest.
Yeah, he put the
1800.
backbone in. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a slave.
Yep.
You know, in 2017, the family was giving back the rights.
Yeah.
So now Uncle Nearest is out, but that bourbon has got a good cherry, cherry peppery taste to it. It's real good.
I can imagine the challenges he faced as a
man.
slave,
As a slave.
trying to create a whiskey.
And there'll be no Jack Daniels. So I carried, I even, when they really got going, I went to the distillery in Tennessee, and they gave me a special bottle.
That's tough,
Yeah.
bro. So you seem like you're really involved in the history of just art history in general.
Well, people don't realize I probably get a lot of heat from Dominican people, but we are black too.
Oh yeah.
And Haiti's next door. Columbus. We don't want to get into that history, but slavery is a big deal. And this is not just the U.S.
Yeah, that's worldwide.
Worldwide,
Yeah.
Dominican Republic got slaves.
The
Yeah.
Well, y'all just got dropped out before we did.
Exactly.
It was just the last one that
Exactly.
dropped off.
In
Brazil.
Brazil, there you go. So but I have learned a lot about my history, and have a lot of black friends, and I learned a lot about them, and some words that offends them, and like cookout is the best way to do it. Picnic is a word that is a little bit offensive.
Heard a little bit about that.
Yeah,
I heard
Yeah,
about
so I
that.
heard about that. So I'm trying to make sure that you have to know that culture before you decide to jump in.
It's for all the expats watching.
Yeah.
Don't go nowhere and just think you can say whatever.
Yeah.
Mess around and end up come on missing.
Yeah, exactly. Just like the Spanish language.
Oh, yeah.
Dominicans, Cubans, Puerto Rican, Colombians. We all probably understand each other, but there's some verbiage that are different.
Yeah.
Do not call Puerto Ricans Mexicans Puerto Rican.
Or Dominican, Puerto Rican, you don't want to do that.
No.
No.
Before, ask them. Don't
Yeah.
assume.
Cuando son dominicanos, son dominicanos.
Pay attention, y'all. This real talk.
So, speaking of challenges, what's some of the challenges you have faced being opening up a new cigar bar from scratch?
I had a lot of challenges, first is getting the licensing, and the zoning and the tobacco and, the alcohol, it's just a lot of challenges because also the area was not ready for this kind of they thought were bringing in, kind of the crowd that he want.
Yeah.
And they didn't know, they didn't get, they didn't really understand. They didn't, I try to reach out and let them know it's going to be for the mature crowd. It's going to be, just something calm, just for the mature crowd, and still, I have some of the stores have accepted, some haven't yet, but they can't move me from this spot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it
Well,
real.
I can agree with this as an asset to the community.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, exactly. It brings sophistication in areas where people might have their perceptions of what it might be like in Macon, but honestly, this place is full of culture and sophistication, man. You just gotta know how to bring the right
Definitely
people
top
to it.
5 crowd.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I open from 6 on, and I don't stay open late because a working person should be home by 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Except on the weekends, but weekdays, most of us that have a regular 9 to 5 job, we're home by 11, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, you gotta get to go to work the next
Yeah,
day.
yeah, exactly. So I do have a lot of people from the job that I work at, and a lot of friends who come up here.
That's dope. That's dope. So, since you've been here since 2021, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so what advice would you give to someone who's thinking about getting into your business?
Learn, visit like I have done. I visit a lot of cigar places. I got different ideas. I went to Florida. I'll go to Tennessee, South Carolina. Atlanta. Alabama. So I visit, and each one of them I took a little bit of something that made me build this place. I just didn't jump on it. I did my homework.
Yeah. There in some aspects of it could be considered a miracle, man. But at the same time, you went out of your way and you put in the initiative to be here. So, we welcome you to Georgia, obviously.
Man.
It's all love.
But no, it was never strong without a family.
Exactly.
Without my wife and my kids being behind it, especially my wife. When I opened this place up and she did that portrait of me, that took some time, but she's a big push.
We'll talk about that portrait a little bit later.
Yeah.
And show everybody that love the portrait of you, that your wife thing. So I want to ask you, where do you see the future of the cigar bar industry in the future? Where do you see this industry going in the future?
Well, if you notice, cigar been around since I believe the 1800s. It hasn't gone away, but now people are getting into the cigar and understanding what cigar is about.
Yeah.
I don't see the cigar business dying but I see a lot of pop-up cigar bars, like they've been in Atlanta. It's all the way you approach your cigars and make the cigar affordable for the environment you're in. I price my cigars not good quality cigar, but I want people to enjoy it. So I don't have a lot of overhead. So my dad said if you make $1 more than what you had, you're successful. So I don't price my cigar overpriced. I want people to keep buying it. Explain the word. But I don't see the cigar going away.
Oh, definitely not. It's definitely growing.
Because it's growing a lot, man. Even in these northern states, man, the orders that I get is outrageous.
A lot of women, particularly black women, are getting involved in the cigar industry. Do you see the increase in female clientele coming to the bar?
Yeah, I do see the females, and I'm telling you, females probably gonna take over the cigar smoking business.
Why do you think that's so?
Because we underestimate sometimes what, they bring value to the environment and to the culture. And they want to make sure they want to be seen and heard and want to make sure they and put them out, figures. But I see them also, they're classy. As being classy don't mean they can't smoke a cigar.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I see them with the little sticks.
Sticks on it.
With
Yes.
I call them the little pigs that they hold the cigar
Yeah,
with and they smoke the cigar.
Cigar nibbler, and they like that. And they also have the little cap they got all with all the jewelry is on it, and they design totally different. But they do smoke, and I got a few ladies come up here, and they can smoke a cigar, a full brand cigar, just like I would. That's good. And to see that little by little, I think it'll continue to grow.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, if you bring somebody in and you teach them about the cigar, you start them with something real mild, and then next time they come in, like the gentleman that came in earlier, I started him about a month ago with a mild cigar. Now he's up to the full cigar, and he comes every 2 days and buys 2 or 3 cigars.
Setting them up right, man. Teaching them. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Just on the simple fact, like the direction that the world's going in, I've seen a lot of more black women getting degrees now.
Yes.
Basically, paving the way for us to follow suit, and also not only that, but just more women entrepreneurs. So yeah, I definitely see more women gonna be involved in the cigar crowd. So going off of that, I just wanted to say, since you're on After 5 the podcast, man, when you hear After 5, what comes to mind?
When I hear After 5, it's what happens after 5. It means you get off of work, you go somewhere, and you go relax, you go to chop it up with your boy and your girl, and you're gonna enjoy it, and you're gonna enjoy the evening. You're gonna enjoy that 5 to 8 o'clock crowd, which is a mature crowd, and I did my homework after 5. I'm like, yeah, I like it. I saw the podcast clean, don't look like a bootlegger tape. It looked like clean as professional brothers. I said, hey, I'm old. I've been setting up all week for this.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Love. We try, because After 5 is not just a podcast, we're a lifestyle.
No.
And this definitely fits in with the After 5
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Man, well, y'all heard it here.
You heard it. It's official. You gotta get to Hailey's. If you are in Macon, Warner, Robbins, or even in the Atlanta area and want to drive over an hour and a half, you got to check out Hailey's Cigar. Classy, atmosphere. I mean, there's nothing small about it. This is definitely a historic area that we're sitting in.
Yes.
You got to come in here and get some of this culture.
Let Mario's story please inspire you guys, man. Follow your dreams. You see 3 successful black men sitting here telling our stories, talking to each other, and having grown man conversation. Don't let the world show y'all that we gotta be separate. We working together, and it's an international thing. This ain't just one place. So, Mario, I want you to tell us a little bit about this painting, man.
Man, my wife is an artist. She draws a lot, and she painted. There's a picture she has of me. She took some time, and she's real. I'm not an art person, but when I saw this painting, man, and some of her painting just bring people. It's just her vision, and her vision comes to life, and that one comes to life, man. It reminds me a lot of my dad, man. When in the Dominican Republic, he used to wear those kind of hats. He had a little mustache. He had a little smile to him. But my dad was a serious man. So that picture, every time I see it, I see my dad. And it brings a lot. My dad was a good man to me. So she knows that picture is everything to me.
That's fine, man. So sharing the story about solid black masculine figures in the household. Don't watch the TV, y'all. Don't let them tell you different. We have strong role models in our communities as well.
Our fathers are present.
Yeah, our fathers are present, man.
Yep, you have to, man. Father's Day is coming up, and for those that haven't reached out to their fathers, if he's alive, I'm telling you, go reach out to him, even to say hi. I know sometimes you guys don't see eye to eye, but hey, don't wait till he's under the ground to say I should have done it. You got time. Father's Day is coming up. You got that time.
Indeed. Yeah, that's real talk.
Let's just take a look at the establishment.
Yeah. Check it out.
Let's check it out.
Thanks y'all for watching. We back After 5 the podcast. We want to thank Mario again.
Man, it's been a pleasure, brother, man. I saw you guys walk in. Woo, man, I'm glad, man.
Appreciate it.
I was happy to see brothers come in.
It's no problem at all, bro. It's
Thank
our
you for
pleasure.
having us.
Yeah, for real.
No, my pleasure. My pleasure.
We don't always get a warm weather. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's hard, you know.
Yeah, my sister got mad because I said, no, I'm going to do the podcast. She said, I'm supposed to be in Florida. I said, nah, you know what? I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah,
I'm going to do my podcast.
Been checking in with this brother, man. Like, hey, bro, we in there. Don't need your trip. We're gonna have everything.
And I expect you to come by some more.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I want you to come by and visit us.
Of course.
We'll be back.
Yeah, that's automatic. Man, you in one of my favorite cities in the world, if not my favorite city in the world. So I really appreciate you inviting me, having us here, bro. And Ali came all the way, so I already know it's gonna be on the pop for us, bro.
You never know when I'm gonna pop up.
Yeah, you never know.
You gonna pop up anyway, huh?
I pop up everywhere. I'm pop up. They
Man,
should call me
hey.
Pop Up Ali.
Real talk, this dude's a traveler, bro, world traveler. So I just asked him on the way here, like, hey man, you probably go out of the country at least once a month, right? Or at least once a year.
Of
Yeah.
course, we may be international coming soon.
Yeah. Hey man, y'all keep your eyes peeled. You know, young Shoe out here. We going worldwide with this song. But we gonna wrap this thing up, man. I just want to give a shout out to everybody who watching. Of course, my man Mario for letting us come to Hailey's Lounge to have a good conversation and talk about his great works as a black man in America. Doing it big, y'all already know what it is. It's Ali and Lord Shoe. Please leave a comment, let us know what y'all love about these episodes, how we can make them better. Check out our website, aliafter5.com. Join our forum, make it count. I'm on there every day. I check this website every day. So let's start a conversation and see how we can help grow the community, whether it be for black people, internationals, dogs, puppies, coconuts. We trying to talk. So hit us up on there, and it's After 5, man.
And check out Hailey's Lounge. Do you have a website? Are you on social
Yeah,
media?
it's Hailey's Lounge 57 on Facebook and Twitter. So my wife maintains it, so go on and look
Give
it
us
up.
some comments as well.
Yes.
And come down and support. Come sit down, chill, smoke a cigar, and chop it up with him.
You could bring your own cigar.
Wow, that's big.
Just bring your own cigar. You don't have to have my cigar. You come and just bring your cigar. I just want to talk. I want to know what I could do different, what I could do better, and get to know some new people. So you don't have to just come and buy it from me. You come and just bring your own cigar.
Hey, that's beautiful, man.
That's beautiful. Y'all ain't nowhere else.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. I'm really happy to be here, man. Y'all can probably tell from me, I'm astonished right now. I used to live on Ingleside, so right up, literally like 2-minute walk from here, right up the road. So y'all, please show some love. Come back, and maybe y'all see Lord Shoe up in here, post it up, chilling with the gang. Hey, ain't no telling. Pop-Up Ali be everywhere, man. Until next time, y'all, it's After 5, man.
Thanks. Be safe.
Thank you.